Oh dear! I just had a puncture in my front tire. I can't wait to be home for my KFC meal. I decided to video record myself so that I can teach you the step-by-step technique to replace your inner tube in future. In order to replace a puncture, you will need two equipment. The first is a set of tire levers. I'm currently using the Pedro's tire levers for the past 6 years and it's working very good with no breakage in them. There are a few brands in the market that you can consider, so do check it out with your bicycle shop. The next item you'll need is an inner tube, a new inner tube. So now I'm going to teach you the step-by-step technique to replace a flat tire. First, I will go to the side of the tire here, put the tire lever in and hook it up. Remember to hook the wall of the tire. Next, I'll use the second tire lever, probably around like 5 to 6 cm away. I'll put the second tire lever into the tires and hook it out. Next, what I do, use a few fingers to support the first tire lever and the rest and the next hand to slide out the tire. There you go. Half of the tires are released out of the rim. Next, what you need to do is to reach out for the damaged inner tube. By prying one side of the tire open, reach out for the inner tube and extract it out. So this is your damaged inner tube. You can keep this as a souvenir because in my other videos I'll teach you how useful is this type of inner tubes that it can help to protect your bicycle from damages. Before inserting your new inner tube, you need to do one thing. Use your fingers to slide through the tires to feel for any nails that is embedded inside. Once everything is cleared, you can start to put back the inner tube. To put back the inner tube, first you look for the valve. This is the shredder valve. Look for the valve and look for the rim that has the hole. It's for the valve to enter. Put the valve through. Next, usually I will sit down on the floor to do this because it is an easier process, but this is up to personal preference. So if you have a better way that suits you, please try it. Next, what I'll do is I will tuck the new inner tube into the tires. Make sure when you tuck the new inner tubes in, make sure the inner tube are not tangled, because when you pump it out, this thing will have a flat tire again. Put the inner tube in. You can see everything is nicely tucked in. Next, make use of your 8 fingers here to tuck in the tire. There are several techniques that are used by mechanics around the world. So for myself, I personally like to tuck it in. One hand going clockwise, the other hand going anti-clockwise. Up to a certain part, you will realize that the tires are not able to tuck in already. So this is a technique. So you tuck in slowly from each side, inch it in side by side, then you tuck it in, everything's in. Next, before you pump up the tire, you need to do one last thing. That is to massage the tire. The reason of massaging the tire is to prevent any inner tube that is trapped between the edge of the tire and the rim wall. You want to prevent this because when you pump it out, the pressure will cause the new inner tube to burst again. So once you are ready, you can start to pump up the tire and I can head home for my KFC meal. Whether you are using a Schrader valve or a Presta valve, the step-by-step technique to replace the inner tube is the same.